Hey Gemini, welcome to my channel Psychic Therapy for the Soul. This is going to be a New Year tarot reading for Gemini. My name is Rosalia and I'm super happy to deliver this to you. I will be using a tarot tracker in which has 9 questions that we will be referring to for the new year of 2026, and I will be putting it into your description at the bottom. Alright, let's begin. This is for Gemini. So show me Gemini as you are entering the new year. So Gemini, how are you entering the new year? The 6 of Cups. The Knight of Cups at the bottom. Okay, so you got the 6 of Cups. So you could be reflecting on a time where you were in a deep relationship or some kind of very meaningful friendship, and you could be recovering from that, but you could also be having really deep emotions from that time. You were in love, or you had a really meaningful friendship in which taught you a lot, and there was a lot of happiness and joy there. You're feeling nostalgic about this period, and it's really making you feel a little bit romantic. Perhaps you want to pursue this energy one more time and you're trying to figure out the steps to go there, but it's definitely reminding you of a time where you felt very romantic, like everything was possible, like a dream in which could manifest in the future. You felt very alive and very kind of lucid and just aligned with these deep emotions. Okay, so that's how you're entering the new year, Gemini. Deeply nostalgic about the past. Sharing and having memories. Okay. What does this year expect from you? What does this year expect from Gemini? What does this year expect from Gemini? The 4 of Cups in reverse and the Sun card at the bottom. You may have had some kind of depression. 4 of Cups on top. It may have been upwards for a little bit while, and you know what I mean. The 6 of Cups is like sometimes we get into this kind of discontent state and we start reflecting and thinking backwards about all the emotional connections that we had, all of those shells in which did not work out, and even the new ones that come through like just feel very dissatisfying to us, and we just can't seem to reconnect with that inner child lucid romantic experience that we had when we were younger. And it feels like the universe is asking you next year to let go of this kind of discontent place where your current experience is just not as satisfying as it once was. And you're definitely focused on following your happiness and joy. This is what the year expects from you. It doesn't want you to go into the new year feeling very like discontent and disconnected from your present circumstances. It wants you to let go of that and follow the beat of your drum. You can be happy again, and you can have that romantic experience again. You just have to get up and let go of what once was. So what do you expect from this year, Gemini? do you expect from this year? What does Gemini expect from this year? The Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm done feeling lonely. It's in reverse. And you got the Eight of Cups here at the bottom to fully emphasize on that meaning, to walk away from what's not serving you. So you can see here that upwards, the Five of Pentacles upwards, this guy is left out in the cold. He's feeling incredibly unworthy, lonely, rejected, abandoned, insecure, lacking money and stability in a home sweet home. He doesn't know where his home is. It's reversed. So this is what you expect from this year. You're expecting to release that pain. You're expecting to release that feeling of loneliness. You're done being lonely. You're ready to let go of that kind of poverty mindset, and you're ready to go towards what brings you fulfillment. You're ready to walk away and go towards what will bring you fulfillment, to find what will truly bring you that nourishment. Where is the love? Where is my home? I'm on my way to find it. Nice. So how do you need to change, Gemini, to meet these expectations? How do I need to change? So how does Gemini need to change in order to meet these expectations? The Nine of Pentacles. Awesome. Awesome. You got the King of Cups at the bottom. Blow that horn. Follow your feelings. Give yourself what feels emotionally supportive. Give yourself what feels good. Welcome to the jungle. This is what I'm seeing him do. Welcome to the jungle. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know the words. Unfortunately, that's all I could hear this morning when I woke up from my sleep. I had a dream that I actually traveled to Koh Phangan, Thailand, where I was there in 2019, and I was there for 3-4 months working on a resort, and I was actually working as a detox manager, providing like detox meal plans to people that were coming from like Europe and all walks of the world to do a detox plan and kind of eat like really fresh and cleanse and all that stuff. And I had a dream that I was there again, and at one point of the dream I felt incredibly abundant and rich, and also which is the point of my situation here, the story here that I'm getting to, the Nine of Pentacles. I felt incredibly rich and also very nourished, in the sense that like there was a large stream of water that was essentially like it was over abundant, over nourishing. And when I woke up, I could hear, welcome to the jungle. This is the guy right here doing that. So he's blowing his horn and he's dancing and he's listening to his feelings, and he feels very secure and stable, and he followed the beat of his drum, and he's just being very financially free. And this is what the universe is expecting you to change in order to meet your expectations here, to no longer feel alone, to not feel bored and discontent. You may need to travel. You may need to travel, go where there's nature, just listen to that deep emotion, go to a different land so that you can feel secure and stable, and connecting to new people, new circumstances, new experiences, new emotional connections, because you know that feeling of discontentment is usually when we've been in a place for too long and we haven't experienced other things in life, and we haven't met new people. We've just kind of been seeing the same old. And it's not to say that you're not grateful for what you have, but we're human and we do need to feel new experiences. So basically, you are expected to dive deep into this authentic self, which feels very secure and stable in who they are. You know who you are. You know how to feel independent. You know how to feel financially free. You don't have to worry about feeling poor or left out in the cold, because you have everything that you need inside to make these changes. All right, so how will the universe help you make this change? How will the universe help you? Because that's what I want to know. Being told how to make this change can be kind of difficult. Let's see how the universe will help you. How will the universe help you make this change, Gemini? How will the universe help you make this change? I knew that was going to come up because it kind of popped in there a little bit. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a really interesting Seven of Wands. I haven't seen this before. So the universe will help you bridge the gap between both destinations, between where you are now and where you want to be and where you want to go. That dream I had when I was traveling in Thailand last night, and I always have this dream all the time. Sometimes not just the one from Thailand, but I have this reoccurring dream where I wake up and I get in my car and all I have to do is cross a bridge and I'm in California. It's not possible because I live in Ontario. It would take me like 7 days to probably drive from here to there. But in my dream, it always feels like it's next door. And I'm always in this dream and I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, it's so easy to go there. You just gotta cross this bridge and you're there. It's so easy to go south. But when I wake up, I'm like, never mind. It's further than I thought. So I feel like the universe is gonna help you bridge that gap. It's gonna help you make a bridge to help you go from one destination to the other. It's gonna make it closer than you thought originally. It's kind of an interesting card because the Seven of Wands typically is setting boundaries and also standing up for yourself and fighting for what you believe in. But in this case, you are still doing that by walking away from what no longer fulfills you. So the universe will help you make that change. And it will help you cross that bridge. So you're basically setting down all of those accomplishments that you've accumulated, and you're putting it down where the bridge is in order to get to the other side, carrying your wand, your seventh wand in your hand. You're following your feelings and you're backpacking, going to the other side there. You're making that bridge possible. You're making that connection possible. You got the Magician here at the bottom. So you really do have the resources that you need in order to make this possible. So like if you were feeling like, oh, I don't got the money to do this trip, or I don't got the money to make that kind of leap, like how do I keep what I got here and travel and go there for, you know, for a significant amount of time without breaking what I have here? How do I make that happen? But here it shows that there's a bridge that's going to be connected in order for you to have both. I really feel like this deck was made for me. I feel that about every deck I have. But this one is like, this is this is where like the chicken and the egg theory comes. Like you don't know what came first. Was it your visions and your understanding of like how you feel in this reality and what's to come, or does the reality respond to you and thus creates what you're kind of experiencing and feeling? So there's this kind of feeling that everything is about me every time I do readings, but that's natural because I'm looking into a mirror. But anyways, point is that I really feel very connected to this deck, and I'm so happy that I got it. All right, next, what aspects of yourself, Gemini, do you keep? Aspects of yourself, Gemini, do you keep? I feel like you're going to be healing a lot of sacral chakra energy. I looked at this energy and I'm like, I'm so jealous of you, Gemini. Like, I feel so jealous that you're going to have this experience. And like the sacral chakra is all about that. Like you're healing envy and jealousy and healing aspects of yourself in which you feel like, you know, I wish I could do that, and those people that get to do that, like how lucky are they? And embodying a healthy version of the sacral chakra is listening to your emotions and your feelings, and finding a creative route in order to fulfill that kind of emotional pleasure that you seek. And so I really feel like you're going to be healing that, especially with the Knight of Pentacles. Like you're going to find your own way to get there. The Knight of Pentacles, so authentic and real. You can't be jealous of other people because they have their own experiences, and you are a unique individual. Like you have your own way of getting there, and I feel like you're going to use this authenticity to your advantage. So what aspects of yourself do you need to keep, Gemini? What aspects of yourself do you need to keep, Gemini? The Six of Swords. Yeah. Your ability to let go of old belief systems that simply do not nourish you or are not aligned with you, or just do not give you the stability and security that you need, and walk away from that and transition towards a more soothing and calming life and environment. As I say that, you're wild today. I don't know why. Yeah. Maybe it's also your ability to accept defeat, but I don't want to say accept defeat. Like, it's not that you're giving up. It's that you're choosing to not fight in a situation in which has no resolution. You know what I mean? You're choosing to transition towards peace because you can't fight people that have a very strong belief system in which is not aligned with yours. You know, it's natural to have a disagreement with others, and it's natural to not believe in the same thing, but when it starts to become conflicting and there's this like both people get hurt and there's complete disconnection and disalignment, it's not worth fighting, you know? So your ability to just kind of walk away from that and find peace and transition and go towards healing, that's an aspect of yourself that you need to keep. What aspects of yourself do you need to release? What aspects of yourself do you need to release, Gemini? The Nine of Cups. Wow, interesting. I was gonna say first your wish fulfillment, which was to bridge this gap and make that route and travel towards a new destination. But when I look deeper at it, it feels more like releasing how it manifests. Because you might have a specific understanding of how this is supposed to happen in order for it to happen. Like the realistic path is here. How am I going to make that path? And you're being encouraged to let go of how this journey to travel from one destination to the other, to go backpacking to Thailand, to Europe or whatever in order to find your home or your family, even though the home is inside. The home is inside. You're being encouraged to release how this wish fulfillment manifests into your reality. With the Seven of Cups at the bottom, there are so many options and possible paths that your heart might take that will help you get there. And I really believe that everything that we wish for happens eventually. There are so many things that I claimed when I was younger that I would do now that I'm doing. And I have no idea how I knew. But the path to get here was so unexpected. Like when I said I was going to do these things when I was younger, you know, own a business and have like, you know, a psychic business, but then also a nutrition business and a fitness business, and do all of these things and kind of be like having multiple jobs in the sense that I've made it into my own company. I didn't think that it would happen exactly the way that it did. And I also didn't plan for it. Like I forgot about that intention and it manifested anyways on its own. So just like that, I want to say. I mean, obviously it was very difficult and all the detours that I took in the past I took were not very easy, but it still happened. And when I look back, I'm like, I asked for this very long time ago, like when I was very young. So kind of cool. So next question, what gifts from the universe will I discover? So what gifts from the universe will Gemini discover? What gifts from the universe will Gemini discover? What gifts from the universe will Gemini discover? Ten of Pentacles, that is incredible. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, and they're kind of like on top of each other here. I mean, your past and the way that you used to do things might be your solution to creating this kind of inner stability and financial freedom. Because you know how I basically said, I asked for this when I was younger and I got here somehow. I made it happen. And so that kind of nostalgia has its purpose going into 2026. So the gifts from the universe that you will discover is culmination, wealth. This is like absolute lottery win. This is like, I am rich. Like I'm rich and I didn't know I was. This is also community help. Like you may gain help from the community in a way that you've never thought possible. Maybe some wealthy old man will help you because you got wealthy old dude right here. But if you were an older gentleman, you may discover you've created so much wealth and culmination that you're so grounded that you can make anything happen. You might learn new ways to build wealth or connect with others, but your long-term family or your inheritance or your generational wealth may be the key to manifesting these new adventurous experiences for yourself that is a lot more fulfilling, especially if you've been suffering in depression and you're unhappy and things haven't been really going in the way that you wanted them to. You will discover that your community and your family wealth, these are the gifts from the universe that will help you feel very secure and abundant. I feel too that you will find a lot of richness and shared resources and culmination. And if you have a business, you're going to be very wealthy. That's going to help you kind of make this happen and make you feel very stable and secure. So there's a lot of culmination and wealth that you were not expecting that you will discover from the universe. It will make you realize how much you have. It will bring you more, like, essentially. This is like riches, you know, riches. Who will you become as a result of this year's journey? Who will you become as a result of this year's journey? Another thing I want to say is don't let anybody else pressure you into something that you don't want to do. You're allowed to be a free spirit. You're allowed to want more in life. You're allowed to want to have adventure. You're allowed to want to pursue your dreams. You're allowed to want to feel the most absolute adventure in your life. You don't have to succumb to social expectations. You don't have to succumb to what other people want from you. You are the magician of your story. You can change the way that you live your life. You're capable of that, and you are allowed to have that. You're allowed to be happy. Who may you become, Gemini, as a result of this journey? The Strength card. Wow, it's very nice. Cool. So you got the Devil here at the bottom, which I can't avoid. I almost did. The Devil. So I feel like you're going to be very, very strong in taming the beast here and your desires. So any of like kind of fear that you receive, or any kind of negativity that might hold you back, or any kind of attachments to power, or attachments to an organization, or an attachment to a social constitution or way of being, or any kind of like attachment to anything that you feel codependent to, like you feel like you're codependent to it, like you're forced to be attached to the situation. You will you will become this very strong, courageous, and bold individual that will help you tame this beast and have the courage to follow your emotions and your intuition and go towards what you truly want. Like the universe wants you to be happy, you know what I mean? This is Leo energy, and the Sun card is also Leo energy. Like, you are allowed to go after what you want. You're allowed to follow your feelings. You're allowed to listen to those kind of creative energies. Like, you're allowed to go towards those things that you want. Like, you're allowed to follow your dreams. Period. So do that, because you have a lot of wealth behind you. You have a lot of stability behind you. And you have experience from the past that's going to help you. All right. Thank you so much, Gemini. And talk to you later. Bye.